One of the first ways that Jimmie and I bonded as kids was sharing stories with each other that we couldn't share with other friends of ours, mostly other guy friends of ours. That got us through difficult periods in our lives. So we knew firsthand how important it is to have a friend that you can open up to.
We're very vulnerable with each other, so that's kind of how our friendship's always been. So when we met Jonathan, he was the same way.
You were in a group home? Yeah. For like a year.
It was important for us to be friends because it was a movie, as much as it's about me in the house, it was a movie about me and my friend as well. That was always the thing, like, oh, how are we gonna make the friendship believable? But when we met Jonathan, it was like, it wasn't hard to do it because he just became like our third brother sort of thing, and he just understood.
You guys wanna go for a schwitz?
We would also have, other guys that we grew up with who, when they were around us, would be more in touch with maybe that vulnerability. They'd feel more comfortable to open up. And then they'd, be outside in a different group and they'd, do a 180. And that's part of where the character of Kofi came from.
Hey, great news is you're all doing marvelous work. Congratulations. It's not easy. I believe you, but I know it can be deeper.
Kofi was hard trying to cast in some ways because we wanted to find someone from San Francisco who felt like people we grew up with, who understood the mask and the facade that sometimes men have to wear when there's a pressure to be tough. We met Jamal by chance at an after-school program. We were casting kids for this rock fight scene. And so they were crumpling up paper balls and throwing them at Jimmie to audition. And Jamal wandered in and he was working there. And he asked us what we were doing and we started telling him about the movie. And immediately he said, oh, this character is me.
You're okay there. You're okay there.
Bro, you're not a director, bro.
Man, take your weird ass out of here.
Keep building it!
And Jamal had been framed for murder in real life by the SFPD and spent 6.5 years in prison, thinking he wouldn't get out. And he was suing the SFPD when we met him and we casted him that day. And a couple weeks before we shot the film, Jamal won $10 million from the SFPD.
This that house? Hey, Jimmie used to talk about this spot all the time. But you know how niggas be in a group home, over-exaggerating and shit, trying to be all special. You weren't lying about this one though, huh, Jimmie?
I think even though Kofi's character obviously doesn't have the same backstory as Jamal, he didn't go to prison, he wasn't framed for murder, what he was saying is he felt like he understood this character was under the same pressures that he had been under growing up. And so I think we were all kind of blown away, having never acted in anything like this, how believable he made that character. But I do think part of that is just because in his bones he also understood him.
I hope I never made you feel like you weren't welcome here.
No, I never felt like that.
'Cause I don't care where you been. You don't have to tell me. It's just you two stick together.
The reception has been great. I mean, it's been, men coming up to us who are like kind of uncomfortable even saying like, I thought that, thank you for being vulnerable, man. Like they're just like, they don't want to say it, but that's why I think it's important for kids to see it too, to know that you can be vulnerable with your friend and stuff. So it was very important, but Jonathan was a big part of that. But so is everyone. It's been a collaborative thing, and everyone's kind of vulnerable and understanding and empathetic. Everyone that worked on this film, I feel like.